Well, hello, everybody. Happy Thursday. I'm super excited to be on here tonight to share with you overcoming objections. But before we get started, we do have this in Spanish interpretation. So we're going to pause and let Yemi out and have her explain how to hear this in Spanish. So Yemi, please go ahead. Thank you. Okay, hello everyone. Always excited for our once a month training. And tonight it's going to be on overcoming objections on booking, selling, and team building. And at the end of this tonight, we're going to give away some drawings. So stay on till the end. We don't want you to miss all the prizes that we're going to give away. But please make sure your name is in that chat section and your director's name so that we can get you in the drawing. Okay. And again, it's being recorded. And I would suggest you go back and watch it again too. Okay. So let's first look at several definitions on overcoming objections. This is from Google and the computer and some different things that I looked up. And I actually really like the first one because I think it's really exactly what I'm looking for. So overcoming objections means, I love this one, being able to respond, this is on you, being able to respond to a person's concerns about a product, service, situation, or opportunity in such a way that continues to move the deal or the direction forward. Meaning the objection that you're given doesn't mean it's the end. What your response is going to be is going to carry it to the next section. Okay. So there are 4 types of sales objections that I looked up, and I really liked all this too. So lack of budget, lack of trust, lack of urgency, and lack of need. So let's talk about the 4 most common customer objections for sales and building an opportunity. Okay, first off, it's the price objection. This isn't the right price for us, or it's too expensive for me. That's usually one objection, and that's a budgeting issue. Okay, then there's the need objection. And I love this because this is on us to give the facts, okay? I'm not sure your product has the features that we're looking for. Say at the beginning of the skincare class, which we're going to talk about tonight a little bit also too. That's, a trust objection. That's the next one. The trust objection would be, I don't know enough about you. Okay, there's no connection there yet. Or and that's for needing facts on that. So if they don't, if there's not a connection between you or the company, they're needing facts or to connect with you. So that's important. Then there's the stalling objection. Give us time to think about it, and I'll get back to you, or I'll circle back. All of these objections, the number one thing that you all need to learn from tonight is that you need to listen, okay? So that's the thing. Listen, understand, and respond. Okay, so we're going to do this in 3 parts. The first part tonight is overcoming objections in selling. And this is normally at the end of the skincare class. And I've always said what you say in the beginning of your skincare class will always determine what is the ending. Okay, the objection normally from your skincare class will be circled around all about affording it. That's normal. Okay, so I would also suggest on my website, there is a video on opening and closing your skincare class. I think that one might help you also too, to just really master it. This is a very important part that you all as consultants and sales directors, for all of us to master. So at the beginning of your skincare class, after the introductions and thank yous, if you can have like a skincare set in front of everybody, that would really be to your advantage to have a skincare set in front of everybody. Trying to move my notes here just a bit so that I can get, okay. Okay. But if you can have a skincare set in front of each person, now I usually worked on having inventory. This is why inventory is important because people don't want to normally buy what they can't see. So if they see it, it's a little bit easier. So I used to work hard as a consultant to have a skincare set on the back of everybody's tray and mirror. I wanted them to be able to see if this is what you could take home tonight. So I want them to see what they are buying. Okay, that's why inventory is so important. So please invest in yourself to have product. Trust me, I was a broke 22-year-old. I totally get that. Okay, so make sure that you do that. Okay, I went and figured it out. Opening remarks. Now, the reason you want your opening remarks to be really good and strong at your skincare class, because that will determine what happens at the end. So your opening remarks before would be something like, before we get started tonight, I would like to share a little bit about our products. Now, this is that objection that was shared earlier about, I don't know enough about your products. We now have over 1,600 global patents on our products. Today, we are allergy and dermatology tested. We are fragrance free. We recycle all of our bottles and jars, and we don't test on animals. These are all things that I know are important to many of you that were allergy and dermatology tested especially. We also guarantee our skincare sets 100%. That's why they come as a set. Now, hold up a set and say, this is guaranteed 100%. So it's so important that you do not mix skincare brands, because we can't guarantee ours if you mix them with other brands, because you could be mixing fragrance with non-fragrance and other different key ingredients that work together for your skin. That's why our skincare comes as a set. All the things that I just shared with you will help combat any objections about our products, packaging, testing. Take time in the beginning of your skincare class to share this information. I say this so many times that while they are going through the skincare and trying it on that night, at the end, they don't say, I'll just take a cleanser, because I've said at least 7 times, they've heard me say at least 7 times that it comes as a set. And you can avoid overcoming objections by saying this in the beginning. And can I tell you, in my 43 years, I have never broken a skincare set. I've always just figured out how to have them take it home. You need to have a closing sheet or a way that you close using sets. And I can tell you, we can be here all night about closing. There are many ways today, and some of you use the roll-up bag. I use a closing sheet and a placemat. We didn't have roll-up bags when I started. So when the class is over, and your director might help you with a different close, you need to find out a close that works for you. So this is super important, okay? When the class is over, I would say something like that. There are some specials that are going on for all of you tonight, and I'm going to go through them with you. So if you turn to your placemat over, I'll walk you through all the different skincare sets that we have and all the special offers that are just for the party tonight. Now, excuse me, I use a placemat, and you guys have seen me use this, and you don't have to use this. You can use whatever you want. I'm just using my example, okay? I use this because it has numbers on it. It's easy for me. It's laminated. The tray mirrors on here. I take it everywhere I go. It's just easy, okay? So again, there are many ways of closing. Whatever closing you use, be tight on that and combat a lot of the objections by what you're going to say in the beginning, okay? But for every skincare set, I usually gave them something for free. So if they bought the Time-Wise Ultimate Miracle Set with the eye cream because they needed, or the repair, I gave them 1 item below for free, okay? If they bought the repair, I often offered them the microderm at half price. I'm not making money, I'm not losing money, it's a wash, but now they're on more products, okay? Don't discount your product, add to it. Like if they buy a set and they get a free charcoal mask, that's another item that they're gonna run out of, okay? So those are just some ideas we and then I say things like, we take credit cards, and I can also take 2 payments. Now, again, this is completely up to you. Your goal is to get the product into their home, into their bathroom, having them love it, having them use it. If they fell in love with the product that night, they want to take it home. And that's why inventory is so important. Waiting for product, you lose a little bit. You lose sales. If when they leave, they say something like, well, when I get paid, I'll call you to order, 95% of the time, that will not happen. If you're doing a table close, and so what I mean by a table close, if you're doing a table close because there's no separate area to close them, then you need to be completely tight on what you are offering and if you are doing any kind of specials for the party. So if you do a one-on-one, you can close a little bit differently. So let's role play this out, okay? So that I can help you with this, all right? So either at a table close or on one-on-one, I usually do this. Now I have a receipt, the sales ticket, we used to call them pink tickets, at the right side of their tray mirror, okay? And I have pens there, of course. Here's what I would say. There's a sales slip to you on the right. If you can grab that really quickly and your pen, we're going to do a special drawing for a free mascara tonight. So I'm going to give you 60 seconds to write down, if money was no object, what would you take home tonight? Would you write down the numbers or the items, however you're closing, or the skincare set that you would want if money was no object. This helps me to really know what you absolutely love. This is great feedback for me, and I'm going to collect them in 60 seconds for our drawing. And they're just writing. If they're using this, they're writing 2, 4, 7, 8, 9, and they're just writing. Because I'm not asking them to spend any money, but this is really good for you to have. Then you're collecting them all. Now you have them, okay? And they're in a contest, and you can give away a free mascara, do whatever you want on that. But I've always found this to be helpful for me because I really wanted to know what they actually loved. Now, if you're doing a one-on-one close, which is always what we were taught in the very beginning of Mary Kay, have this area. So if you know ahead of time, I need a table with good lighting and I need a separate area, you get to the house a little ahead of time and say, I'm going to set up my skincare over here and leave my receipts and everything over here. So you would have one set over there, your receipts over there. And at the end of the close, to say, after you go through what I just did, you would say, now I'm going to talk to each individually about your own skincare needs. Okay, so go ahead. Let's have some refreshments. Susan has some refreshments in the other room. Let's go ahead and have some refreshments. And Molly, I think you had to leave quicker than anybody. So let me grab you first. Okay. And so you're sitting. I remember the video that Mary Kay showed. Well, it wasn't a video. It was a reel-to-reel film. Okay, I'm aging myself here. I remember that as if it was yesterday. Mary Kay always said, you know, don't sit across from them, sit next to them. And you just touch their shoulder and say, thank you for coming tonight. And you tilt your head and you look in their right eye. I mean, literally, I had this like memorized, okay? You look in their right eye and here's the questions you ask, okay? This is what Mary Kay taught us. Did you have, and I touch your shoulder, did you have a good time tonight? And they always say, oh my gosh, I had so much fun. How does your face feel? And if you put your hand here, they always do. Don't laugh when it happens, okay? You put your hand here and they say, how's your face feel? Oh, it feels great. Okay. Well, Sarah, I have your slip right here because remember, she filled it out. If money was no object, you said you would take 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 11. So is that what you want? No. You know, so what would you like to take home tonight? If money was no object, what would you like to take home tonight? And whatever she says, it's great. And then I say, is that what you want? And this is now where you get, well, I can't afford everything. So what is your budget, Molly? And that's what I usually ask. So what's your budget, Molly? You know, Janice, my budget is around $75 tonight. Well, let's do this then. Let's get you the skincare since you love the skincare. And that's half, okay? So we can do 2 things with that, all right? We can host a party like Sarah had tonight, and you can invite 6 of your friends, and you can get almost all of that for free. Because remember, 75 retail costs you, what is that? I'm messing up here in math. I hate math. Anyway, so, you know, half of that, okay? So I'm going to let you take it home tonight, and then we're going to work out something. That's when you book a party from that or work out a payment plan. Say, oh, grab 5 girlfriends of yourself, and I'll just give you the rest for free. Sometimes I'll do that too. If it's a really high party and there's going to be a lot of income coming on, and I think that she would be really maybe of a great even prospect, you know, it's worth me for $35 or, you know, $38 to have a booking with 5 more people, you know, to do that. So it really just depends. I want to get that to her, okay? Or if it's $100, you just let her take the skincare home. And I see you had a whole bunch of other things here. Do you want me to add this all up for you and then work out a party and a payment plan? Sometimes they'll say yes, say, well, let's just get this started, and then at the party we'll go from there. That's fine. Okay, but work out a payment plan, let her take it home. I have never been stiffed in my 43 years. Find out what they are wanting. Make a payment plan, book a party, figure it out. So that is really important to do. So it's really mastering. Now, again, if you, if they say at the end, I just take the eye cream, well, it comes as a set, you know? So, I mean, I always take them back to that. I had a gal at a party just a few weeks ago, and she said, you know, I love the cleanser and the moisturizer and the night and the eye cream. I'm not sure I'd use the daytime defender. So you really need to use the sunscreen. Plus it comes as a set. Okay, fine, I'll take it. That's really what happened. So you guys really, again, in the beginning, if you go back to the beginning of what I said at the skincare class and talk about the fact that we're allergy and dermatology tested, we have 1,600 global patents. We recycle. Remember that trust back there? You're making a connection with you and her, okay, so that she has a good time. I always make sure I go around and I call their name out. I have name tags, or if you guys are using the little table things with their names on it, talk to them, engage with them, make that connection so the trust with you is there, and the trust with our product is there. And say, you know, remember, Molly, when you purchased the skincare, you also purchased me. I'll be calling you in 3 days just to check on your skincare for you. If we need to swap some things out, we can always do that. You have to build that trust, okay? And so that's how you do that. So super important, beginning remarks, inventory, closing, the sale, okay? All right, let's talk about booking objections. These objections will be mostly in the form of, I'm too busy, or I don't know many people or any people. So booking from your parties, which is what I just did, will really help you with that because you're not really getting objections. If at every party you will remember to book parties, you'll never be out of parties, okay? So whatever it is to get the rest of that for free. So like I just shared. So when you are also branded out there. So let's talk about this. So that's one way is booking parties from your parties, okay? So that's not really an objection because you're helping them get that. So it's a really great way for you to book parties from your parties so that you never had those objections, okay? So let's say you're branded, you have a Mary Kay t-shirt out and you're out and about and somebody meets you in the store because maybe they lost their consultant. They run up to you, oh my gosh, you're a Mary Kay. We've all had this happen, okay? Do you have a card? And we all say, yeah, here's my card. And we give it to them and we may or may not get the phone number. So this is where you all need to stop and pause and say, yes, as a matter of fact, I do have a card and I actually have a sample for you also too. What's your name? Sarah. Great, Sarah. And then here's what you need to do. This is how you get a booking. You ask for the card and you engage with them right away with a booking script. Yes, here's my card and a sample. When was the last time you had a Mary Kay makeover? Oh, she says over a year ago. Oh my goodness. Well, when I get home, Sarah, when I get home, let me look at my schedule when I get home and I will give you a call and let's get you an updated makeover and get you on all the products that are new and innovative. And you can grab a couple of girlfriends and get some free products, okay? I never asked her if she wanted to have a party, okay? So if you're branded and you're out there, don't hand and get a number. Try to engage. When was the last time you had a Mary Kay makeover? When was the last time you had a facial? Oh my gosh, it's been that long. Somebody said 10 years ago to me, like, oh my goodness, you need to have an updated facial. In fact, we've got some great programs going on right now. I'll give you a call. Think about 2 girlfriends that you can grab together and we'll get together, okay? So that's kind of a booking script on your engaging people, okay? Now, if you have a program in place, like the makeover contest that just finished with the company, you have a little more sense of urgency and a reason to book people because you're booking them for the makeover contest. How many of you guys did really great with that? Oh my gosh, I want to put you in the makeover contest. We need to get together and upload your photo and blah, blah, blah. You had a reason to, so there was not a lot of objections because you had a reason to get them booked, okay? But now you can create a program like that. So let me give you how this could roll for some of you. An example, obviously the makeover contest is over, but what if you did a makeover contest for your county or your city for 30 models to be in for the month of September or October? So let me tell you how this rolls. You could get in touch with somebody who does hair, a hair salon, a nail salon, a massage, and make up your own beauty package and put it together, something like, I'm giving 10 beauty packages in the month of September or October, each worth over $200. And when you enter your photo in the drawing, so they upload their photo to you, and you could post them on something and have somebody pick 10 people that they want or whatever in the drawing. So you would buy a free haircut and a blow dry or a mani and pedi at your local nail salon or massage certificate. Oftentimes these business owners will give you discounts or will donate those for you or meet you halfway or maybe give you, like, I'll give you 10 free haircut blow dries if you get these girls in here. So, whatever, maybe if the haircut blow dry is like 30, you could do like, or whatever, I don't know, whatever it is, but you can meet them halfway, but then let them know that they'll also be getting business from this, okay? And then of course, with this beauty package comes $25 in free product. You guys could make up your own beauty package for the month between September, October, and November for 30 people. You're going to be doing 60 faces or something. So create a program so that when you meet people and say, oh my gosh, I'd love for you to be part of my beauty portfolio, or I'd love for you to be part of our beauty contest that we're doing right now. We're giving away 10 beauty packages where you get your nails done, your hair done, a massage, and $25 worth of free product. All you have to do is we get together and then you upload your photo to me, you know, all those things. So maybe if the company's not having a program, you could put a program together. All I'm saying is when you're overcoming objections, it is easy when you have something like this, like the company's makeover contest, or anything else, because it just gives you reason to book. And I think that's the thing I like the best about this, is it gives you reason to book, okay? So these are just some of the objections that I hear. Most are, I don't know anyone, or I don't have time. So creating a reason helps. So let's talk about when someone says, I don't know anyone, or I'm new in the area, or something along those lines. Then your objection would be to overcome that by saying, does your family live in town? What about your next door neighbor? Just grab 2 girlfriends. It's going to be so much fun. Use that word fun a lot. Plus, you'll receive a certain amount of free product right now, or you'll be entered in my beauty package for the month. Any of those things. Everyone knows at least 2 people. Grab her phone. No, I'm not kidding. Don't grab her phone. I'm just kidding. Even if she only has 100 Facebook friends, she knows people. Everybody knows somebody. Everybody has a mother, sister, cousin, somebody. So maybe if you know a little bit about what she does for her work, or you know her a little bit more than just meeting her for the first time, you can help her explore that situation. But most important thing is that you let her know you don't really want her to miss out on being in the contest, or love her opinion of the products, all those things. So overcoming objection is really just moving it to something like it said, the definition said before, moving it somewhere forward, okay? So when they say, I don't know anybody, I say, where's your sister live? Oh, she lives in Summit. Well, we could do a virtual party. I mean, you guys have to come up with those things so that when the objection comes, you listen and then you think about what you're going to respond to. So people say to me today also, I'm also busy. That's exactly, and I'm busy. I'm so busy. I'm so busy, you know? And that's exactly why I want to get together with you, because one of the things that I know about busy women is they always get things done. And there's so many women, who say that today, okay? And also they're women of their word. So talk to them about maybe a Friday's girls' night out, or a ladies' night out, or a mom's night out. Help people explore the various opportunities to get together, okay? Now, a lot of times what I did, and it really worked well when I was working and doing a lot of parties for working women, I did after hours makeovers at their office. So if the office closed down at 5 o'clock, I came in just before they closed, and we set up in the break room. And this was great because they had not left yet, and some of them were going out to dinner. So we would do an after hours girls' night out on a Friday night before they could take off and go out to dinner with their spouse, their boyfriend, whatever. So this became really popular also too. And they were already there. They would use their break room. So maybe for the month of October or September, you will do makeovers in honor of working women. See, you have to kind of create things so when the objection has come to you, you have a reason to get them together, okay? So I want you to think through what your situation might be. It might be a mom's event or working women. Remember, the more leads you have from attending things like networking events or women's groups or luncheons and so forth, you stack your odds a lot more because you have more names to work through. So let's say you just did a trade show or an expo somewhere, and you have 15 leads and 2 say no, you still have 13 more left. So the great thing about working in lots of those different things is you have leads coming from lots of different directions. So overcoming objections and bookings is really making sure that you have things to add to what they're saying. Okay, so like a program of some kind or a fun event of some kind. Get them to explore the possibilities of just getting together. Remember, it's just as easy to do 3 as it is to do 1. I always try to avoid doing one-on-one. I'm not saying don't do them, but I like always having at least 3 people. Recently I did a party with one of my consultants with 3 people, $600 in sales, and one of them joined. And so there we go. That's what happens usually when those things happen too. Remember, this is a business. Know in your head what days and times ahead of time you want to run your business so that you know how to get those booking opportunities. Just say, I only have 2 openings left. Just say, I don't have any bookings yet this month. Don't ever say those kinds of things. I only have 2 bookings left. I only have 2 appointments left for the month. I only have 2 openings for this week. You know, when you call a hairdresser or a nail person and you want to go get your hair done, when I text my hairdresser, she said, Janice, all I have this week is Thursday at this time and this time or Friday. And you know what? I choose one. Okay, I choose the best one I can fit in my schedule. And if you run your business like that, it will also make a lot of sense. Okay, now on to team building. How are we doing here for time? Okay, now on to team building objections. And this is what I want to spend a little minute on too. I am usually the objections you will get on team building is I am too busy. I don't have enough time. I'm not the beauty type. Those are some of the normal objections you would have on team building. With this, I always ask the same question. So here's what I would say. Well, Sarah, let me just ask you, could you use an extra $1,000 a month? And she would say, like they all do, yes, of course. What would you do with it? So that's what I always ask. Of course I could, Janice. I said, okay, tell me, what would you do with it? What would you, if you had an extra $1,000 a month? And you guys see me do this sometimes in the chat section on our guest event. What would you do with it? Go back to the need. I would probably pay bills. I paid my husband's truck off earlier. Okay, great. Always go back to the needs and then say, if I could show you how you could do this with your situation, would you be at least willing to hear more information? Okay, so that is that whole thing, because it's always, I'm too busy. I met a woman recently, she has 5 kids, and who said to me, Janice, I am so busy, I have 5 kids. I said, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to send you a short video that I need you to watch. And I always tell them, I need you to watch this, okay? And when they come with an objection, I usually just throw something right back. I need you to watch this. It's a mom with 7 kids and how she does her Mary Kay. I want you to watch that. She watched it and she called me. She said, okay, I'm in. It's because I don't have 7 kids. I don't have 5 kids, okay? So it's that likeness. So now remember, it's important that you know that they don't know what they don't know. Do y'all know that? Most people out there don't know what they don't know about Mary Kay. You know, you all know the speakers usually 30 days ahead on our Thursday sharing events. It would be a really good idea if you looked ahead at all the 4 speakers that we have for this month and looked them up and found out some information about them, either through your director or Facebook or whatever, and maybe their story would be relatable to one of your prospect stories. It's important that we equip people with the facts and a story. Recently, I was working with one of my directors in California, and there were a lot of sharp women that night. I mean, a lot of sharp women that came for a makeover. The next day, I sat down and I texted each one individually and thanked them for attending them and sent them my marketing video, which is just me sharing the opportunity, okay? That's all it is the facts part, which gives the facts along with a video that I believe that they would be able to relate to, and said, thank you for coming last night. You looked amazing. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I wanted to send you the information about Mary Kay, the company, but more importantly, I would love for you to watch the video. I think you would really relate to this person. Please let me know what your thoughts are. And of course, a bunch of emojis. Now, 2 of them joined Mary Kay. And it was just a really nice conversation back and forth. They said, oh, Janice, I'm out of town for the next 2 days, but I'll definitely watch. I said, great, I'll circle back. Leave it for 2 days. Hey, I'm just checking in with you. Did you watch the video? And she said, I'm doing it today, in fact. I said, great. I would love your opinion. And they sent back, oh my gosh. And I sent one of them, Linda Tupin. That was amazing. I could totally relate to choices. That was so great. I'm going to call so-and-so and have her send me the link. I'm going to join. So a lot of that, much of team building is making connections. So I want you to do yourself a favor. I want you to get to know your shareable video library on InTouch. There on InTouch, under business tools, video library at the bottom, shareable. There's a lot of them. Much of overcoming objections in team buildings is because they can't see themselves doing what they don't know. So they need a relatable story of someone that is very much paralleling their situation. So let's talk about the many things that most people don't know. I don't think that most people know that we have all these apps on our phone to make your business so easy. I don't think people know that we have an e-catalog that you can text out. I don't think people know that we have a beautiful website that's updated for you daily and designed for all of us, and a credit card processing. I don't know if they know we don't have any territories or any quotas, that we make 50%. I think so much they don't know. So, or how they can weave it in or around their family or their current job. See, they make a blanket statement. I don't have time. And we don't know, like, what to do with that. And that's why I go back to that $1,000. So, how we have the virtual world and the live world, and how your job is, and your job is to open their eyes to the possibilities. That's why Thursdays are so important for you to people on, and the videos are so important. It's impressive to see when people come on our virtual events with 200 or more on a Zoom. And so that's really impressive when people come on. I think they just sometimes join because they're like, oh my gosh, look at all these people. All right. I have a list on my website. It's under it says Janice's favorites. It's a list of about 15 different videos. They are my go-to videos, and they're shareable. They're from the company, but they're all about 3 minutes or less. For instance, there was a woman who is military, and I shared the military one of the woman who now is retired Air Force. No, she's retired Navy. And I sent it to the gal who was just retired Air Force. So it should be posted on my website. I saw it a little day ago. If it's not, I'll be there this week. And it's under my favorites. And these are all videos. Here's what I would do if I were you. And it says what they're each for. I would click each one. I would probably you guys are putting on your makeup. You could do 2 in the morning. They're 3 minutes each. It doesn't take you 3 minutes to put your makeup on. It probably takes you more, like me. Okay, so I would watch a couple or listen to a couple every morning, so that it jogs people in your mind and the memory. But you get to know these videos so that when you send them out, people have something to relate to. I recently have a brand new Latina, and I had her, she has a lot of family in Mexico. I had her subscribe to not only the YouTube channel here, but also to Mary Kay YouTube Mexico, because she can hear it and understand it in her language also too. So that's really important also too. So when you're having these objections, I'm too busy, which is what it is, or I could never do what you do. They don't know what we do. That's just it. So it's really your job to open their eyes by sending them something. Now, there's a couple things that I do, and this is on, I wonder if I put it on screen share today. I don't know. But this is, every time I do a makeover event, or I do a pop-up event, or anything I do, I leave them with an information. I either leave a packet, put it together, I fold it, or if I'm at any kind of a pop-up event, then yeah, all that stuff. So go under your In Touch, under education, and then team building, okay? And there's this flyer here. I love this one. It says totally fun. And this I always fold. So that's the first thing that they see. And I give this to everybody to take home. I run it off on color copies. I take it to Kinko's. It doesn't cost me anything. And then this is the marketing flyer that I use. It's also on my website. And I put it in here. And I just send it home with everybody. I've had husbands say, oh my gosh, I read this thing. You should do this. Okay, so I would never hesitate. Anytime you're doing a pop-up event or a vendor event, somebody walks by, you give them a sample, have the sample in the bag with marketing information, okay? You don't know who's looking at this, okay? This is really great. There's marketing flyers on there, and then you have my website. But at least 100, I have at least 100 of these made. When I do a vendor event, like I said, I hand a bag, come with a little sample in it, marketing information. You never know where these things are going. Remember, they don't know so much information. And that's why coming on Thursday nights or you giving them the information is super important. And I love the little videos that the company does, but they don't give a lot of facts. They're the story, okay? The story would be, I'm a doctor, I was a nurse, and it gives the story of them, but it doesn't give them the facts. So I created one that just gives the facts. It's me. It's somewhere. If you need it, we can send it to your director. But you need something that gives facts, okay? So, and you get a huge discount on copying. So it's always find the need and fill it. So most of the objections come from they don't know what they don't know. I can guarantee you most people have no idea until they come on Thursday that we have all the different things that we give back to, like domestic violence shelters or cancer research or any of those things. I don't think that they know that. Oh, excuse me. So from tonight, I'm going to suggest you all go back. Sorry, I'm going to have to take a sip of something here. My YouTube channel and grab this video and watch it again. Overcoming objections is the #1 thing, is listening, understanding, and then equipping them with an answer that will move your business, or equip them with information that they need to get them started. Your job is to find a need and fill it. So I hope this Overcoming Objections training has helped you think some new thoughts, because I want the best for each and every one of you. And so overcoming objections in selling, overcoming objections in booking, and overcoming objections in team building. It's a layering process. But I promise you, if you master all three of those, it will be so much easier in your business and you will get less frustrated. Now, I'm not telling you that people won't still cooperate, but you'll have less of that, okay? So thank you for taking the time to educate yourself tonight and being on here tonight. I appreciate every one of you for being on here tonight and educating yourself. I hope it's helped you in some small way. And make sure if you have any questions or your directors need to reach out to me, we'll do that. All right, we are going to give away tonight some amazing Kate Spade and Kendra Scott items to 5 of you tonight. So 5 of you will get either a Kate Spade gift or a Kendra Scott gift in the mail. Please make sure that I get your address. Okay. All right, everybody. Thank you for being on. I'm now going to turn this over to our wonderful behind the scenes directors. Okay. Thanks, everybody. Hope you have a great time overcoming objections.